The UK has changed its guidance on face coverings for students who are in towns and areas that are subject to lockdown restrictions. Students between the ages of 11 and 16 now have to wear face masks in communal areas like corridors. Our partners at the BBC News have more.
It will soon be back to school for children across England, and face coverings could be an essential part of their kit. New guidance issued by the government will leave it up to head teachers to decide on whether it's necessary for staff and students to wear face coverings in communal areas such as corridors. However, face coverings will be compulsory in areas where there is a local lockdown. The government says the guidance doesn't include primary schools because the risk of transmission is low, but does apply to secondary schools, colleges and universities.
I think what we've got is clarity that if you're in an area which is higher risk, higher transmission rates, then there is an expectation that young people around school will be wearing those face coverings. But equally, there's the flexibility in other areas for you as a leader, working with your staff, working with your governors, working with the community to do what's right in your context.
The Department for Education had initially been reluctant for children to wear face coverings in schools because of concern that it could make communication difficult between teachers and students, but says it's revised its guidance following scientific advice from the World Health Organization, which recommends that children over the age of 12 should wear a face covering when social distancing is difficult.
It should be mandatory, not just in local lockdown areas, but in all areas for schools within communal areas, within the corridors, to be supported to enforce face masks being worn for children over the age of 12. And I think that will be a clear policy that every school could follow, rather than being told it's up to each individual head teacher to make their own policy, and schools and parents not knowing where they are.
Schools in Scotland will advise pupils to wear face coverings in corridors and shared areas from next week, and Northern Ireland has issued similar guidance. In Wales, the issue is under review. Elaine Dunkley, BBC News.